I just got in my new cover that goes right here, and also got my oil crossover. What is it? You can see it. KMC Performance. This was to help out the idle, little of the clacker, the knocking of the injectors, and make it sound pretty much quieter too. So I'm gonna start it up and show you what it sounds like before and then after I install it. This is what it sounds like now before the crossover. Alright, to do this install of a crossover, you got to take out that bolt, which is a 5/8, and that bolt, which is a 5/8. And you can see where they're located at to help you out, orient yourself where they're at. And all you need is a 5/8 wrench. Long one is probably better, so that way you can get in there easily. You can take off the air cleaner if you want, but on this side, all I had to do was come around and grab it and just break it loose. They were not too tight, so they're fairly easy to break loose, and just take them all out. And then just be careful, make sure you have rags underneath there to catch any excess oil that comes out. It makes you clean around here, so that way nothing falls into the head. Once you take the plug out the hole, make sure you clean around it. So that way, because where that metal shows is actually where the gasket, the actual O-ring for the new kit goes in. And this is what it looks like. Make sure that O-ring stays on this, and make sure it's not on that, because there have been problems where people will double them up and not see the O-ring on there, and they'll cause leaks. So just make sure and keep these in the truck, so just in case you ever need them for any reason. And once you take those out, take that out, clean it, just get the excess oil, and then right here is the new fitting that's actually going to go in it. So, and I'll show you that too. And once you get the fittings in, when you go to tighten them down, tighten them, don't wrench on them, because they got the O-rings that seal it. So basically get it to where it starts going in, and you feel it start getting tight, you can give it a little bit more, but don't do too much. It's at your own discretion. So the O-ring is what seals it, holds the pressure in. And then once you get both sides in, then you take the pipe that connects both heads together and feed it from the passenger side to the driver's side, and go over top of the electrical wires for your sensor right there. If you can see it, you go over top, you go on top of that. So that's the only thing. And then once you get it on there, you hand tight both sides, make sure they're seated before you tighten them down, and then snug them up. But don't over tighten, because they can break. And after you get them, the line feeded through, you tighten the fittings. Make sure you get the tube right here into the fitting first before you tighten the sleeve down onto it, so you get a proper fit. And then once You check for clearances, make sure nothing's hitting of the turbo or anything, and you snug everything down. My kit told me to hand tighten it all the way down, hand tighten the sleeve down on top of the fitting, hand tight, and then once you get it hand tight, go about a full turn or a full and a half. That's basically all you need to seal it up and start it up and see if you have any leaks. If you do, then tighten it up further, but use your discretion. Don't over tighten because you can crack or break the fittings. And I'll give you see what it sounds like once I fire it up. Ain't got no leaks. Working, sweetie.